So hey, what's up? So today I figured I'd try out something different. So if you don't know, I recently started to work on 100% in Donkey Kong 94, and I thought it would be a cool idea to show the development of some stages that had some interesting development. So what you see here right now is 4-1, and I thought it would make a good startup video for this. I might do more of this if I like it or not. So this is basically the time that you will see at first is basically a strat that I figured out a long time ago. This managed to make me get a 183 in-game time. One thing that you have to know for 100% is that there are two bonus games, and one bonus game is quicker than the other. So by a long shot. So you never want to get the bad bonus game. And so how you avoid the bad bonus game? It's actually quite simple. You avoid it by not entering the door in an even number. So you always want to finish a stage with an odd number on the in-game timer. So here's the first thread that I came up a long time ago. I don't know, probably months ago when I last ran 100%. And there is a better strat for this now, which we come to in a moment. So for 100%, we have to collect all the collectibles. So we're just gonna do handspring, grab the wine, nothing too crazy. So we're going to do a backflip key grab glitch here, and then we're gonna walk on the spikes basically with the state that we're currently in. So now you can see, if I would have walked down there, I would have landed in the door with an 184, which would have given me the bad bonus game. So I had to wait until it's goes until 183 basically. So this is what I basically did. This is how I used to do this stage. So then today I kind of like messed around with 4-1 again, and I managed to get a 185, which was really nice with a different strat. But I messed around with that strat for quite a while, and I just couldn't get it consistent because of the snap jaws. I'm gonna showcase them here in a second. I'm just gonna look for the results. So these enemies right here, you can do an RNG manipulation at the beginning, but even with the RNG manipulation, they still are too random. So there are some results in which that strat is going to work, and some results that's not gonna work. And I've decided that the way that it is right now at that point, that strat wouldn't be viable in a run, right? Because it either results in a death or you get the bad bonus game, which is not worth it at all. So I'm gonna show the strat here. I hope this is the right result. I hope this is not just some fuck up that I did. So basically everything the same, just a different strat. That should get me the 185. So the difference here is I collected the umbrella right away instead of later. So now I do the backflip key glitch and just jump straight to the door. So the problem with this strat, like I said, is the snapjaw, because even with RNG manipulation, it is still kind of random sometimes, so it doesn't work all the time. And the second thing that's bad about it is when you have to commit to a jump. So if you cannot just pull back, basically, you cannot just wait in mid-air and you can just wait in mid-air and hope. You just have to hope that you land at the right in-game time into the door. So that's another thing that's bad about the strat. So, but as you can see, this I managed to get a 185. So there's another video that I have that gets the same strat, but just with different RNG, which is a lot harder. But I'm not gonna show it here because it's just, like I said, this is basically the strat. It's inconsistent, you don't wanna do it. So, but what if I told you that there is a better strat than this? that I managed to find like 2 hours ago or so. And it's really consistent. Like the snapshots aren't a problem. Nothing is basically a problem. So let me find this video real quick. There, so I'm gonna go. So this is it, I think. So the difference is. 1 second. The difference in the strat basically is, remember that jump that we first did, that to collect the umbrella and walking on the spikes. So we do that again. Just the difference is that we do the beginning better, and that results in me being able to get a 185 with that strat. And that's pretty much 100% consistent. There might be some cases in which it results in a 183, but in most cases it's consistent. So like I said, we basically just optimize the beginning. So, and the optimization is basically, instead of just one handspring, we do two handsprings. You see it here, right here. So this was a mess up, actually. So I thought that might have been the case. So, but we see this here now. So I'm just gonna let this run through. So I really like this strat. It's a unique strat with the spikes and stuff like that. So here this was the first, this is the second. So the next thing that's different, the next thing that's different is that we, instead of going too high up on the vine, we actually jump earlier. So in this result, I actually kind of managed to get a very insane jump, which let me not grab the second vine and immediately land on the platform. Usually you won't be able, usually you will grab the second vine, but that's not a problem. You still manage to get 185 with grabbing the second vine. I just got kind of lucky here that I pulled that off. Don't worry about it, because with grabbing the second vine, it's also not a problem at all. So basically everything is the same. Basically it all came down to jumping earlier from the vine and doing two handsprings to be able to make this. So as you remember, we're gonna grab the umbrella later again. So we're going to do this, grabbing the umbrella. As you can see, I have a bit, like 186, I even have to wait here. This is how far I'm ahead. So now I can just jump down here and have a 185. And this is pretty much consistent. So, like I said, the reason why I can't go in there when it's 186 is because it's an even number, and then we would play roulette instead of the slot machine, and that would be bad. So, as you can see, this is a fast bonus game. It still sucks because there's RNG to it, as you can get 5 ups or 3 ups or 2 ups, but it's still no matter like so if I remember correctly from my timings back in the day, is when you get 5 ups, it's slower than the best result with the roulette. So getting 5 ups is rare, and it's the only result that is slower than the fastest result of the roulette, if I remember correctly. But don't quote me on that, because I might misremembering stuff. So this was a very solid development to me, but always keep in mind there's always room for more development, and who knows how long this strat will last. Maybe it will last for a year, or maybe it will never change, or maybe it will be changed tomorrow. There's always room for more development. So I hope you enjoyed this little video, and I will be doing other stuff related to Donkey Kong 94 now. See ya!